Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to math. Today, we're gonna focus on a little bit of absolute value, okay? You might ask yourself, what is absolute value? Absolute value is when you have a variable with some numbers, okay? Inside a set of lines, okay? They kind of look like parentheses, but they're straight. Those are called absolute values. So the example for today is -4 minus 2x, okay? Keep in mind that absolute value are the little lines. That means how far is it from 0, okay? Which means that if you go from right to left, okay, it's negative. If you go from left to right, it's positive, okay? Meaning that if A is greater than 0, it's positive. If A is less than 0, it's negative, okay? Meaning that in your timeline, you have 0. The reason why usually absolute value has one positive, one negative is because you have the same number on both sides, okay? Let's say 2, -2. The distance from -2 to 0 is 2, okay? The distance from 2 to 0, it's 2. But since you're going the opposite way, think of scientific notation. When you go back, it becomes negative, okay? That's why you have that. We have a positive and a negative number. You're not really gonna see this too much today. All you're gonna focus on the top. I'm just giving you a little bit of insight of this bottom stuff for later on in the year, okay? Anyways, here's our example. It also tells us that x equals a number, okay? Makes it easy for us. Tells us that x equals 6, okay? Makes it a lot easier. All you have to do is plug it in, right? So we have -4 minus 2 times 6, which 2 times 6 is 12, minus -4. Now that we have this, make it a little longer because it looked like 121. Now that we have -4 minus 12, all we have to do is take it out of the absolute value, okay? Now, the way we're going to do it is, since it's negative, it's going to become positive, okay? So it becomes 4, okay? Here, since it's already positive, we leave it as it is, okay? Because we have a minus already out on the outside. So minus 12, okay? You might ask yourself, why do we have a negative here and a positive here and they're both positive? Because, like I said, this one was negative. You went to the right, so it became positive. Here is negative, but since you already have the negative, you really don't have to carry that negative in there from the equation. So it's just 4 minus 12, okay? So you have 4 minus 12 is -8. And that is our answer, -8. Okay? All we're focusing on right now is pretty much the distance from 0. Okay? Oof, it's hot in here. Make sure you write down the notes. All right, now that you have the notes, I'm going to go ahead and give you some numbers and some variables. Okay? All right, so you have W equals -4. It's given to us. It also tells us that Z is -6, okay? It gives us X as 2. X equals 2. And Y equals 1/2, okay? I threw that little fraction in there just to make it a little more interesting. I know it's probably your square of fractions, it's okay. It's a simple fraction, okay? I'm going to use small numbers. So your examples for today are, number 1, 2x minus 8. Okay? Very simple, a very simple one. That's your first one. Your second one is 5 absolute value of W plus Z. Okay? I have X, I have Y, I have C. We need something with Y. Let's go with Y plus, okay, 1/2 absolute value plus W. Okay, that's the third one. And that is it. Okay, that's the assignment for today. You have 3 problems. Plug in whatever number goes on the inside for the variables. Y, Z. Okay, let me put a little dash. That's how I do my C's. An X, and then the W, and then the Y. Okay? And make sure you use some of your answers as soon as you're done watching the video. And I'll be waiting for your email.